Hey guys, this is John Cook, Director of GVI, Group Violence Intervention, Support and Outreach. Tune in Thursdays at 7 p.m. Coming soon, we will have a Hope and Healing podcast with real stories, inspirations, and some raw information that is really going to be impactful in your lives. Follow us on Facebook at GVI Support and Outreach. Thank you, tune in. If you're looking for a transformative change, some thinking processes of healing, we'll see you soon. Peace. So listen, you now tuned in to Hope and Healing Podcast. My name is John Cook. I'm the director of GVI. And then right now, I am sitting in the seat, but I had the pleasure to introduce a gentleman by the name of Rasheen Congo. First and foremost, not only is he a friend of mine, I just reverence him and esteem him in such a mighty way. And today you're going to see why. You're going to hear his testimony. You're going to hear about his journey, his accomplishments, and all the successes that he got going on. So once again, my name is John Cook, and this is the beloved Rasheen Congo. I appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
I appreciate your time. I appreciate your time. So Rasheen Congo, if it's possible, where you come from?
Wilmington, Delaware. Well, born and raised.
Born and raised in Wilmington, Delaware?
Yeah.
Yeah. So being born and raised in Wilmington, Delaware, I want to talk about like the infancy stages, like the first startup, like you grew up on the west side?
Yeah.
You did?
Hilltop.
On the hilltop. Explain to me, what was the hilltop like?
I don't know, like it's like basically like a big family. You go like live and consider as like everybody know everybody from the block, each block.
Yeah.
Park, everybody my generation, other generation running around. Close to home, like it's like close.
Yeah. So the hilltop was like one big generation, a big family.
Yeah.
Right. Y'all all had love for each other. Yeah. So the funny thing is, when you're talking about Rasheen Congo, no matter where I go in the state, whether it's a juvenile, whether it's an adult, whether whoever it may be, everybody know your name, right? And some people know your name for some good things, and some people know your name for some challenging things, right? But based on your experience of life, like what would you how does your name just travel throughout the whole state? And what is it about you?
I don't know, like I'm like, I don't know what to call it, like I'm like a face and name you can't forget, or for me, like you can always remember, like I don't know, type of person I'm to stand on business, like anything. Like,
Yeah.
we cool. I ain't gonna stand on business, like going out or feel me, having fun, being there.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like it's just.
Yeah, nah, I'm a cool guy, but not everybody know my name either.
I don't know. Growing up, it's like you feel me, like the challenge I've been through, went through, feel me, overcame. People look at me different.
Yeah. So basically, you known for being an overcomer as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you speak about the hilltop and you speak about family, I don't know too many families and people that actually been shot 10 times, right? That actually survived. What about your childhood prepared you for survival and going through an obstacle like that, if I may?
Yeah, I don't really know. Like, I don't know. I used to like. I'm a thinker, so since I was a kid, like I used to think like, what it'd be like if I got shot, or feel me, like, or like how I feel, or how would I act or react, or
Wow.
Feel me? So like,
Ever since a young man.
Since a young, like, cause growing up and seeing movies or then seeing it in real life, you feel me? Like, right. And I'm the type of person like I won't believe it. I won't believe nothing until I see it. When I see it, like, oh, like it's real. Like, it ain't just like on TV or nothing.
Like being shot was a real thing.
Yeah. So when the first time I got shot, I was like, dang, like I can't do this. I couldn't do that. And just being shot the last time, I got shot 7 times. Like, all right, I know what to do now. I gotta like, if I want to make it, I gotta for me stay calm, stay neutral.
Stay neutral, stay calm in your emotions, right? So we spoke about the adversities of being shot, and obviously you've been through major storms in your life. We're going to talk about that as well. But growing up on Hill, did you grow up with a two-party household?
Nah, somewhere just my mom, my sisters.
Just your mom and your sisters?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so being in a house with just as the only male with women, did you feel like you had to be a protector within your household?
Yeah, I was the only boy. I got all sisters. I got four. Yeah, I got four sisters. One died. Three still living. Then it's my mom. Then it's my grandma, of course. Then you feel me. Then that's my papa. Like those, like that's like the family, like that.
Patriotic
Yeah.
family. So as a young man, you felt like you had to take the mantle of protection.
Yeah, cause like I don't know, like growing up, like I see, like all right, my papa be doing it. You feel me? I won't be like him.
Right.
But he getting older, so like I gotta like take charge. You feel me?
Right.
But then it just like out of like nowhere, it just like was forced to me. Like
Yeah.
I just had to like
To foster the responsibility of taking care of a bunch of people.
Yeah, like making sure they good, protecting them. You feel me? Like me being who I am. Yeah, well, like out here, you feel me?
Yeah.
Safe. Like it be scaring me. Like dang, what's somebody for me? But like people know, like yeah, nah, like they live their life.
That's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. So as a young man, you grew up with the principles of thinking about protection, leadership, obviously. When did it start for you? When did you realize that life comes with many challenges? When was like your first time of dealing with like hard adversity when you was like, there's no going back for me?
Like like 2013, 2014. I say 13. That's when it like.
How old was you in 2013 and 14?
Like 15.
You was 15 years old. Okay. And then at
15, 14.
15 years old was a life-changing situation for you.
Yeah, it was like, I don't know, like life just like hit me like the dark and the light, you feel me? Like which one you gonna choose, which one, you feel me?
So at 15 years old, you had an option between dark and light.
It was dark light, but it was like survival. Like,
dark light and survival.
Yeah, so like you gonna like let the dark eat you up, you feel me? Take the light, you feel me? But the light wasn't always good. Like I couldn't always just up and leave and like
Right.
or go places like so I had to stay like and survive like
on the other side. But you never lost sight of the light.
Nah.
You never did. And so that's one of the things I really appreciate about you is that through this journey, me knowing you, you never glamorized the dark. You know, you always look to say, you know what, me having to survive was one thing, but that's not something that I much prefer to endure in life.
Yeah, I don't like try. I don't glamorize it because like I'm older than. I just got engaged, so like even before I got engaged, I'm just standing thinking about like I still say to the day like, dang, I got shot 10 times. Like I shot in the head. Like
yeah.
As growing up, I ain't like 10 times. I ain't think personally I couldn't think I could take one because growing up and seeing like hearing people get shot, yeah, they got shot once right there. They got shot. You feel me? Than me growing up, coming through these challenges in the same place they got shot, I got shot. Same place or worse. You feel me? I got shot in the head, 2017.
Right.
I thought it was over from there.
Yeah. And you survived.
I survived.
You survived. Then being shot in the head did make you more angry at life, or it made you realize that you were here for a reason?
I mean both, but it was the more here for a reason part that was like really like taking effect. Like, all right, you gotta see what your purpose is. You gotta figure something out. You feel me? Because you might not get a chance again.
Right. Yeah, and that was deep. So during your time of loneliness, being in the hospital, what was that like? Did you, all the people that you always stood for and stood on and protected, did that being in the hospital, was that a lonely moment for you, or was it?
I mean, yeah, it was like a sort of everything, like lonely, pain, relief. You feel me? Like, cause even though like not like a lot of people ain't come see me like that, you feel me? Like, I had a lot of time to myself. Like, I figure something out.
Oh, that's
like,
deep.
You feel me? Like
That's
figure
good.
life out. Like
Yeah. So basically, even though you was dealing with your lonely experience, you still had opportunity to figure things out.
yeah,
What did you figure out while you were there in the hospital?
I don't know. Like I had to figure out like if I want to be here, I gotta make a choice. Like make a difference. Can't be halfway in, halfway out. And life really gotta be like all in or all out. You feel me? Can't just be in the middle.
Yeah, you know the good books speak about that. Said you can't be
Yeah, you can't
hot,
like
you can't be cold.
ain't possible. Like you feel me? Like
It said a good book. It said a good Lord to spit you out.
yeah, like you on the dark side and then try and come to the light. You feel me? The dark gonna come to you. You still doing the dark.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Do you believe that you could be in the dark and then be in the light and then things can just be positive?
I mean, yeah, it's possible. It's definitely possible. It's all about how you like how much motivation you got to yourself. Like, for anybody can do anything. It's just their standard, how they set their standards, like how they belittle themselves.
True. So when you speak about understanding darkness and light, did you have many factors in your life from 14, 15, 16, 17 and to now being at the age you are? Did you have positive factors in your life? Positive people in your life?
Yeah, I had positive people in my life. I had like a couple positive people in my life. Some still here, some going
Right.
on something they were like they love doing it, like they were not like on the wrong stuff. But like I had positive people, but I was running from it.
Right.
Because I was like so used to like I started getting used to like the dark side. You feel me? So like, and that's where it felt good to me at like at that age. So like the light side, I'm like, all right, they here. I know they fool with me. You feel me?
Right.
But I ain't ready for that right now.
Right. When did you decide that? Well, let's take it back to that moment at 15. We don't want to get into specifics, but what type of pain? I know there's different types of pain, right? So you felt the pain of being shot multiple times, obviously. Uh, there's other things that we won't speak about, right? You endured it all, but then that pain of the particular loss that you spoke about, was anything worse than that feeling?
I also said losing my friend, losing Jordan. Like it was like I don't know.
You mean Jordan?
Yeah.
Jordan. Okay.
It was like I don't know. Like growing up, we all together. You feel me? Like and to see like one day going like that, like blink of an eye.
That's a big deal.
Yeah. One of the reasons it was a big deal for me, like, cause like it wasn't meant, or for me, it wasn't supposed to, like. But it's like all right, like, but that's where the challenge is coming at. You feel me? You gotta think about like, all right, whoever you praise to, God, Allah, you feel me? All the same, but he throwing challenge out there. You feel me? How like he ain't gonna give you nothing you can't handle, basically. And the story, you feel me? Basically, it's sometimes it go like that. Sometimes for me, it's a good reason. You feel me? But like he ain't gonna give you nothing you can't handle.
Right. The death of Jordan is a big deal, obviously. Did you weigh that death on your shoulders, in your heart, or you felt like it was in God's hands?
Yeah, for the longest I did. Like I waited on myself, like, all right, this is true, feel me, like based on some like the blame, taking the blame, or feel me, like sitting there like, all right, some things happen for a reason, feel me. I take that loss, feel me, like it's crazy. I would always look at this video. One person I ain't gonna he be quoting, like, feel me, sometimes you gotta like you get to the top, it's like you gotta go to the bottom, see what that ground feel like, you feel me?
Yeah, the ground don't feel too good.
Yeah, so like sometimes you gotta go there, sometimes you know.
Right.
And every time I went there, like I came back up higher.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you feel like Jordan is an angel in your life today?
Yeah, he keeping me sane, keeping me like motivated.
Yeah. Do you feel like he's proud of your success?
Yeah. For like sometimes I'm doing it for him, you feel me? Doing it for my kids, like
Right.
He keep me going.
Yeah. If Jordan was a parent today, right now, and obviously he's in spiritual form. Would you tell him that you miss him?
Yeah, you know, I miss him. I talk to him daily. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah,
Even though I don't hear nothing, it's like you're so crazy. Like you still gotta like talk to him, let him know. You feel me? He knew like he been there since the beginning, so he knew like the downfall to the success. You feel me?
right.
He watching over him, so he see that. So yeah, he be proud. Like
That's a big deal. There's anything in life compared to that moment you felt? The dark side.
nah, that moment, I don't know. I had after that, it's like loss after loss, like the loss. You feel me? But like make you think about, all right, you still here, like you feel me? Like
It's victorious.
yeah, so you gotta like, yeah, me being here to the day, just telling you like talking to you. You feel me? That's a big deal. Like,
Yeah, yeah, I appreciate that too, man. I appreciate your time, and you know, you just really communicating because I know you typically don't speak about things,
nah,
but I always tell you about the victories in your life and that you know why you built these victories and overcame so much. The goal is to let the world know that if anybody can have been shot 10 times, I mean, shot a centimeter away from your spinal cord, shot in the back of your head, you know, that been through heavy adversities, and somebody that been through war, actual war, right? Not the idea of what war looks like. Somebody that actually been through war, for you to be a beacon of hope right now at a young age, right? You're not even past 26 yet.
nah, not even 25 yet.
Yeah,
A couple of these.
you know what I'm saying to you. For you to have these levels of success, you probably can shift and change a lot of people's lives. And I know oftentimes you used to say, "Hey, I ain't nobody's example," but the truth of the matter is, you everybody's example. You see what I'm saying to you? How you climbed your way out. And one of the things is that, what would you say to people that are driven from hurt? Is that a good place to be driven by hurt?
I mean, nah, it's not. But sometimes that's what life throw you. You feel me? So like whatever life throw you, just gotta like take it and run with it. You can take it and run with it and hide. You feel me? Or you
Right.
can like it can motivate you.
True. They call that sublimation in clinical. Sort of like Mike Tyson going through
But
his
that,
adversities
but
and become a boxer.
that how you thinking low of yourself. Like, all right, I want to do this, so it's supposed to happen. Like, you feel me? So like when I see a move opposed to like being in the house, depressed, you feel me? Like
Right.
away, killing myself, basically, like anything, liquor, or
Right.
you feel me? Whatever you prefer. I don't know, I was never that type of person. Like once something happened, I keep going through the day. You know, I'm gonna think about it. It's like,
You're gonna keep moving.
yeah.
Have you ever had to deal with depression?
Nah, honestly, I don't think I did.
Mm,
A little bit, but I don't think like how what I heard like recently. Like, I don't know. So I'm not. I can say that.
really, that's a big deal. But you had to overcome sadness.
Yeah.
But you never got stuck in your sadness.
Yeah, I don't know. I was the type of person like, yeah, I'm gonna be sad in the house when I come out. I ain't gonna let you see that. I ain't gonna let you feel
Right.
me.
True. But then, so what about anxiety, being anxious? Are you anxious now? Do you deal with paranoia?
Not as much.
Okay. Do you have a
Not
hard,
as much as I did like from coming home, but now,
have a hard time trusting people?
yeah.
Yeah. Then what does trust me mean?
I don't trust me in a lot. Like you feel me, like. But most people, are like, if you around me, I'm talking to you. I got some trust in you. Like I trust you.
Right.
But it ain't bought. It's like you feel me. It ain't taught. It's just like there. Like you feel me. Like you show me, I can trust you. You know who I am. You heard about me. You feel me. See, like yeah, my trust there, my loyalty there.
Right. That's a big deal. And the idea of, what about love? Have you experienced true love? No, you experienced.
Yeah, now I did. For me,
Yeah.
like then, I don't know. I wanted it. You feel me? But like the dark was in the light. The dark was in the way. You feel me? Like I gotta get that out of my head. I ain't going. You feel me? I can't worry about that right now, or it ain't gonna probably happen. I gotta
Right.
like
So
worry
how,
about surviving.
How did somebody crack the code of Rasheen Congo and have you open up to love and family and traveling? What did that person have to do?
I don't know. It's like even like still like before it even started, like before the dark even started, it was like I seen something in there. I always wanted it since I was young.
Right.
You feel me? So like me taking a chance, like, all right, you feel me? My shot getting thrown in. But I don't know how to my head, like, all right, I'm just gonna wait till I get a little older, you feel me?
Right.
She gonna say now.
Right. And she said yes.
Finally gave me the chance. I don't know, like I fell in love from the rip, like, all right, this was what I expected, you feel me? That's what I expected. Like but it was like way more like, well, all right, this happened like meals, you feel me? Or you feel me?
Right.
Even her showing out for like she showed me how to cook, like I'll be cooking now. Like I ain't even in my head think I never cooked. You feel me?
You cooking now.
I'll be cooking like
cooking in your own place.
Yeah, like
beautiful place too. So you this thing called love, obviously it wasn't available at a certain age, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, because you was bound by dark emotions, dark feelings.
Like now I wasn't worried about it, but like my dark, like I'm glad I went through what I went through.
Yeah.
Not to glorify, but I'm glad I went through what I went through.
It makes you who you are today.
Yeah, it made me who I am.
Yeah.
Make me love her even better. For me, make me be there for my kids. Like, cause my dad, he was there, but he wasn't.
Yeah, makes you appreciate.
Yeah, make me appreciate my kids, watching them grow. You feel me? I always want somebody watch me grow, like take me somewhere. Football.
Wow.
You feel me? I ain't had that. Cause he was doing what he was doing. You feel me? Not that like because he was out here surviving. You feel me?
Yeah, but if you would have had that, you think life would have been different?
Probably so.
Right.
You know, I don't really know. I can't say that. Like,
yeah,
I hope it would have. You feel me? So like,
I'm a firm believer in this, though. I'm a firm believer that your journey as Rasheen Congo had to take place, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm a firm believer that you had to survive for a reason. I'm also a firm believer that you fell in love at the right time. I'm a firm believer that your children were born at the right time. I'm a firm believer that you were chose for a reason. And the truth of the matter is that so as some people go out and get the highest education in the world, there's no money or education in the world could have helped you survive what you survived. No. And people should not have to survive what you survive. But as great as your story is, then what would have been a better person to tell it besides you? And it really, because you had to think about this.
Yeah, nobody, like, it's crazy. Like, even like my kids, like, I got all boys, you feel me? It's like I got a football team now, like 5 boys, 1 girl.
Right. That's a big deal.
So like, I don't know, like looking at them, like, all right, they're not even gonna believe it. Like, oh, you went through that? I can't even see it. You feel me? Because I don't want to try and show it to them.
Because you don't wear it on you.
Yeah, I don't wear it. I don't let it take effect on me.
Now I had a gentleman that said, you said, yo, Congo got a serious face. I said, yeah, but if you smile, you can see behind that. You know what I'm saying to you? So what would you say to your children that obviously will go through adversity, right? What if they chose the life that you chose? What would you say to them?
I don't know, like, it's bound, like, see me, I'm the type of dad, like, I'm gonna let them go through some, but I'm not just to show them, like, all right, like, water hot, you feel me? Put your hand in it, like, but not too much where, you feel me? Like, you can see, like, I'm a prime example, you feel me? I changed my life for y'all, like, I can see that, like, at a certain point of age, you got, especially the boys got to be boys, you feel me? And some get the picture, some don't.
Right.
You feel me? Like, all right, this is what I want. But that's what goes with showing, like, see me, I don't know, like, I was the type of person, I'm a thinker, so like I always think like as many people like my life that was growing up successful wasn't like too many, so like I already belittle myself growing up, like I already, like I get the hang of doing what they doing, like I gotta pay attention.
Yeah.
And there wasn't too many graduates going to college, you feel me? In my life, there wasn't too many doctors, wasn't too many people in my family going, like everybody, like my immediate family, like close, like my cousins, like my sisters.
Yeah.
My cousin, they're like my brothers. You feel me? So like,
you're the first of a kind.
yeah. So like, we all like was on survival mode. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
We living through the like
Yeah.
the day.
Right.
It wasn't like too much for the future.
Yeah.
But I want them like y'all future. For me personally, like my kids, y'all future set. Like I'm gonna make sure when y'all get 18,
Y'all gonna be good.
y'all only gotta think about it.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna
And
make
you-
sure like I'm gonna be the, like who I am. Yeah, everybody know who I am. Yeah, we're never going that way.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. What did it felt like you going to a NBA game?
Wow, that's crazy. Like first day of freedom, like courtside, like on the floor, talking to James Harden, like damn, like
Big deal.
I ain't know, but I'm coming from Wilmington. I'm coming from Delaware because it's so small. Like go out, you even go to Philly. For me, you know that's close. That's like 45 away. Ask somebody I'm from Delaware, like or tell them I'm from Delaware.
Yeah.
Where's that? Where that's at? You feel me?
Yeah.
So like I don't know him. Like he been to places like rappers and all that.
Yeah,
so like talking to him, like that made me look at life differently. Yeah, I gotta get on board. Like
you gotta get on board.
That's where I want to be at.
Never want to turn away.
You feel me?
What do you envision for yourself, and what are your plans, and what are your dreams, and what do you see for Rasheen Congo as a brand?
I'm trying to be successful. For real.
What does success look like for you?
Wealth, happiness, kids straight, me exploring, expanding.
Yeah.
I want properties. I want gyms. I want it all.
You want it all. Do you opposite question. Do you think about violence? Do you think about safety?
Yeah,
Think about
it's just like who I am, what I've been through. Like it's always gonna be there. Like I always gotta think, all right, this happened. I gotta prepare myself. You feel me? Like it just a natural thing. Like,
do you ever get to a moment you just think that Allah's gonna protect you to this stage of life?
Yeah. Now for sure. Like before, I used to always think like, I feel me. He gonna make sure I'm straight. But then it was like, all right, we're out as of the day. I pray, walking a straight path. He definitely gonna make sure I'm straight. Anything come my way, he going.
Yeah, you know it says that no weapon that form against you shall prosper. I listened to a song the other day and it talked about your enemies being at your footstool, and that God will prepare you to be so high, right, spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally, that your enemies won't be able to touch you, right? They will see you, they will be marveled by your success and say, how did he do that? In fact, that the moment they get close to you, they say, for me to destroy someone of that figure, not only would they have the fear, but they also see the reign of God over you, right? And when do we let go and say, God, listen, this moment in my life, I'm going to trust you in 100% because I ain't trust you before. But you showed me that you're going to be who you're going to be, when you're going to be, and where you're going to be. Now, I ain't never saying for you to let go of those prior, not fears, because it was a real thing, but to operate in solidarity with God and knowing that, because right now you're fasting anyway, and I'm quite sure he's drawing you nearer to him. He always did. But don't you think that if he guided you through your life before, that he'll do the same thing now? And that when do you get to the place where you say, I no longer have to protect me, my hand is 100% in God's hands? Not undermining staying solid. You know, I don't believe in oppression. But walking in his light truly and allowing him to do what he has to do for you.
I just got this. You just gotta have faith for real. You gotta have faith. Cool.
You got faith?
Yeah, I put all my faith into him.
Yeah. Did he ever leave you or forsake you?
Nah, because he still throw me challenges. You feel me? Like to this day, in life you're gonna be hit with challenges. Like ain't just like it's always gonna be a next elevator, like the next floor up. You feel me? Like all right, you got through that. You gotta go through this now. You feel me?
Right.
All right, once you get done that, you gotta go through that. You feel me? So it's like, life ain't nothing but a whole bunch of elevators. You're going up. You feel me? Once you get to another floor, you gotta like.
We ain't talking about business. You get to the top floor, you're the CEO.
Yeah, like it's all about it.
Yeah, and I think that you get to the top floor.
I'm in the middle right now. I gotta get to the top.
You get to the top floor. Now we're going to say, Mr. Congo, Mr. Cook downstairs, can you buzz him up?
Yeah.
You say, yeah, let my homie up. You know, and then we're gonna talk about how you're gonna change these walls of how the community think. But obviously, healing time, right? What would Congo this time say to Congo before? That what would the 20 plus old Congo say to the 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old Congo?
I don't know. I mean, it's a lot. You can say the film, like I said to myself, like I overcame out of all that. I'm really proud, like how, like what I went through, like, and I came out on top. You feel me? Like that's how your mindset's supposed to be. Like always supposed to have like confidence in yourself.
Dope.
You feel me? Like that's never supposed to leave your body. That leave your body thing. You feel me? That and faith is like nothing. Like, but yeah, I can say like out of all the success what you've been through, and the downfall to the journey, I'm proud. And then for me being where I'm at now, I think I deserve to went through it. Like I'm glad I went through it.
Yeah, and you won. You still winning.
Yeah.
Nick, what's the word to describe our relationship?
I don't know, it's like a whole bunch of words I can think of. Genuine, love, father figure, mentor, like, or like you name it. Like,
Appreciate that, man. The words I want to say that describe you today is powerhouse. No, powerhouse and electrifying. Because anybody that connects with you in this season in your life is upward. And but also what I'm learning from you is you're introverted. And sometimes in leadership, you have to be quiet and still and watch everything that's around you. You don't let things affect you. Things come to you, but you don't let them come through you. And if they did get through you, nobody will ever know. And you sit in silence and you work them out. And I think that that's a masterful skill. And sometimes I'll be driving, I'm like, man, I'm going to call Congo. And I go through some stuff and I'm like, so how would my brother handle something? How would Congo? How did blah, blah, blah? Because these are things I have admiration for.
it's so crazy because now I think about like how I handled before to now. Like, I gotta sit there and think about it. Like,
Yeah.
out of all the stuff I got going on, you gotta think about like,
Yeah.
just want to sit there and throw it away. You feel me? Might not get caught, but for me, you might. You feel me? So you gotta think about like, dang, like what comes with that, like.
Yeah.
She looking at me like, oh, you still on it? I can't. You feel me? Like, or my kids, like, where they at? You feel me? Where you?
Right.
Feel me? Like,
yeah.
And then me lying to them, telling me, feel me? Like,
I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
I'm in Florida. Yeah.
So I don't know, that's a lot of stuff like them, like me, the new version of me, like just think like, is it worth it? You feel me?
Yeah.
Like you know what I can do, you know what I'm capable of, but like to myself, like is it worth it?
Is it worth it? It ain't worth it. The outcome is never worth it. And I always say that while I never want a man to take my life, right? I don't put myself in that position. But I always say that if it's my time to go, then I want to be able to leave a legacy of doing righteousness, right? I want people to remember me in a way where all I did was try to sow joy in people's lives. You know what I'm saying to you? And I don't hear the noise of those that are trying to infiltrate my life in negativity. And I think that in your life is that you actually bless more people. Let me tell you something. There's no place that I've been, whether it was in a prison, whether it was down in Dover, whether it's the homies down in Georgetown and whatever it may be. Everybody know. Yeah, you even know I knew your name was Crook, right? Yeah. AKA this, blah, blah, blah. Like he's really, solid cat. Always, staying solid, always, stood on his own and real power. That's why I say the name Powerhouse, because everybody that spoke on you, whether it was one side or whether it was the other, they always said you stood for what you stood for. And now that they see you in this place, it's just unimaginable how a person that was esteemed so high in that dark world can make it so far in the light. So I want to say to you, man, that's a blessing.
Yeah, no, it is. Even like growing up seeing rappers, you feel me, even people I'm close to, you feel me, still on that or still like in the same place to me, like me want housing people, you feel me, like trying like make something out of that, a small community out of that, or from me being in the meetings where feel me, like I got them suits on, I'm around billionaires, you feel me?
That's a fact.
It's like me doing that, like, yeah, I
It's
paved the
coming.
way, you feel me?
Yeah,
It's coming, time
it's
coming,
coming.
like,
Because you're sowing seeds. You're sowing seeds, and then you got people that are waiting, that are doing 50 and 60 years, that are waiting for the success to happen. You know, that really believe in their minds that, you know, that they were connected to you and say, hey, Cook, I don't want no one. That always made me smile, right?
yeah, it's a lot.
But in their minds, they always believe
I don't know, it's crazy, like, me having the name I got, like, you feel me? Like, everybody, I swear they know me, like,
yeah.
See people, they be like, what's up? I just look at them.
Yeah, where we know each other.
Yeah, where I know you from, like, that made me get on angle, like, you feel me? Like,
yeah.
I mean, go back, like, look at you, like,
yeah.
But everybody to be like, I don't know, like, now, like, sometimes they be respecting, like, all right, what's up? You feel me? Like, I know who you is, you feel me? Like,
yeah.
But some, like, to me, then when I went there, like, I gotta look at you, like. But now a lot of people swear they know me though. It's like it'd be so crazy.
But now, well, guess what? Now the world
they had me think I'm famous. Like, I don't. To me, like I know like who I am, how people look at me. But they take a whole for it, like, yeah, you famous, like you feel me? Like I'm in this presence or I'm talking to them, like, yeah. To me, like it ain't even that.
Like you don't even glorify that world.
No.
But here's the thing, though. Can I tell you this though? There's gonna come a time in your life where you're gonna sit back and say that the pain that you endured is not in vain, right? And so while they see you in the light of being famous in some ways because of the dark side, they also going to embellish in the glory on the bright side. You know what I'm saying to you? I agree and claim it. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Appreciate you for having me.
Much love. This is your boy Cook. Podcast is here for hope and healing. We only speak to those that really had to overcome major obstacles, and this is nothing but less than love, admiration, and peace, and how we're going to enjoy the community here. These great stories of real, true soldiers and leaders that really is making a big change, and not when they 40 and 50 years old, people that's in their 20s as well. All right, stay tuned for next season.